To the main event of WrestleMania, a match that has a 3.50 rating on Cage Match. John Cena versus Cody Rhodes, 25 minutes and 3 seconds. John Cena wins his 17th championship in absolutely horrific fashion. Hollywood Hulk Hogan is home, baby. And when I say Hollywood Hulk Hogan, I'm not talking about Hollywood Hogan from 96. I'm talking about Hollywood Hogan from 1998. Like, it's as bad as it gets with Cena right now. This nigga's doing eye pokes and shit. Like, wrestling's so fucking slow. None but punches and just like bullshit. Cody Rhodes completely fucking executed as a babyface, giving up all his like everything that they've built up into him from these couple years. Man, I thought they liked him more than this by this point. This is one of these matches where it's like, I never thought he was going back to AEW. It's like, yeah, I could see it one day. You done it all at this point, and you're not really the man like I thought you kind of were. And it's like Cena came back and they've completely committed to this. Like, this was awful. Like, this was horribly worked. This was horribly this was nothing modern at all. Like, this was just like they came out here and just Cena was doing this old man heel offense or whatever. And Cody just like had to like work around him kind of. And then in the middle of the match, Fiend. Travis Scott gets his entire done to him. Yeah, we're reconnected now. I don't know what happened, but you know, Legento trying to silence me. Triple H trying to silence me for packing this shit up. You know, but so they did all this bullshit with Travis Scott, as I mentioned, gets his whole fucking entrance, walks down the ring like he's the Undertaker, damn near, and is just like gets in very basic, you know. It was just, bro. It was so.
I can tell you what happened.
It was so fucking bad, bro. Like, it was just like, I can't believe that they did this to Cody like this, and then like it was as uninspired as it was, and then The Rock's not even there. The Rock's not even there. The Rock basically tells these people to go fuck themselves and blows up, bro. It's so funny on so many ways. The Rock's on McAfee's show today at noon, they're saying. Wow. What the fuck is about to happen? So, like, they do this, and the entire thing with Cena does not make sense. Like, from the time, like, Elimination Chamber on, like, this feud is stunk as far as the 3 promos. The match stunk. One of the worst matches of a main event in WrestleMania history. Cena wins his 17th, but The Rock not being there fucked a lot of this program up. And, you know, I think people should ask questions. I don't know if you'll get answers, but you should definitely ask questions like, why the fuck didn't The Rock appear? Why does this guy keep popping in at various points to do whatever the fuck he wants, to not do it, to no show, essentially? You know, yeah. I think the natural question for this is, where the fuck is The Rock? Like, and then it's like, we know what's about to happen. We knew Paul was going to send his soldiers out to be like, all right, this is what really happened to protect me or whatever. Because Triple H and The Rock, this feels like another chapter of the Great Civil War of Paul versus Dwayne that goes back to 1998, and it is like, I can't believe, like, and then the Netflix series that Triple H is shooting, we talked about it earlier, James. This feels like public insurance for Triple H. Like, nah, this is what I had to deal with, and then this guy is fucking this shit up. So the fans on the outside could look at that shit, and then everybody else that gets the news the other ways, you know, can quote unquote get the real story from whether it's Dave, SRS, Trina from Sports Illustrated, who sometimes they use to give stuff. But that still don't excuse the rest of this fucking show. Like the rest of this fucking show wasn't really hitting on much either. So Triple H has his own questions to answer, but there are definitely questions to answer with The Rock and his role in this company. And this match fucking sucked. And it, look, they top champions are John Cena and Jey Uso. Good fucking luck. Hated it. And I laughed at it that they do this to Cody, pack him up. Anytime you go back there, they could come back with the plate of shit for you to eat. Like this happened to be a shit day for him. And Cody got booed out the fucking gym.
Yeah, I think because a lot of people just wanted to see, like, it's John Cena's last WrestleMania. They wanted to see 17, and they got it. So this match sucked. But at the same time, while this sucked, I thought this was the best when they actually once they got to the um you can't see me, and they start doing kick big move kick out porn until it was time for Travis Scott to come out. I thought that was like the best John Cena's looked in years. Um, but like the problem is he did the finger poking stuff and the headlock stuff and the punching and the stomping and like the generic kill stuff, and he was doing it very like I'm being a bad guy right now. That's doing nothing because that is like it's almost like he's laughing at Moxley. That's like
It
given
feels
what we're watching
meta.
at AEW, it's almost like he's like, yeah, this is what like other idiots think a bad heel is doing, and I'm doing it because I know it pisses you off, and I'm gonna powder a couple times, and then I'm getting here, and then eventually, like when uh Cody makes his comeback, we're gonna start kicking out of all this stuff, and then like the crowd, the match will be like okay, and then it'll be time for the rough bump, and then Travis Scott will come out here and it'll fuck up the match completely and drop everything to a dead halt. I was the bro once I heard Fiend over and over and over and over again, and I saw how slow he's walking out. I just started laughing at how ridiculous all this shit was. It just turned
It
it,
was so
it like
stupid.
I cannot wait to show this to Marcus.
It's
Mark is gonna laugh at how shitty this is, and he go and like, bro, when he grabbed the belt, or when he gave Travis Scott the crossroads, and then he, basically like shoves him out the ring with his boot to get out the ring, Cody, and then Cena like has the belt, and like he's like, yeah, I got the belt, I got you.
I'll use it.
And then like Cody is like Cody clearly makes a face like, oh, this nigga's behind me with the belt. I'm ready for him. And then they had a tug of war with the belt, and I'm like, oh, Cody. And then Cody gets the belt, and he's like, I don't know if I should hit him or not. I was like, oh, Cody, he finna kick you in the dick, you damn dummy. And then sure enough, kicks him right in the dick. And it grabs the belt back and hits with the belt and pins. So I was like, boy, this match is a big plate.
It's
This
a
match is a plate of
stinker.
butt cheek, a plate of ass. Man,
Ass
I was like,
cheeks. This
I
was their
can't believe
grand
it,
plan,
man.
James. This was their grand plan. Like the great and all powerful and almighty and all knowing Paul Levesque has come out here and greenlit this shit. Like the Emperor has no clothes now. Like the fans immediately shit on this,
So,
and this is not just me, Keem, King of the North, people that be on Twitter making noise and lighting them up normally, right? This ain't just us. This is
mm-mm.
them this is they people that was shitting on this and saying the Rock,
So
they're aiming their ire at the Rock. They're aiming their ire
they should.
at WrestleMania itself, Triple H, and then they're looking at this whole Cena thing like, why the fuck is Travis Scott here? Like
Right.
Travis Scott's not even a gangster rapper. It's not like it's 2003 50 Cent walking to the ring looking like he's gonna fuck somebody up. This nigga's just high out there. Like I don't.
Bro, and he looks so small next to Cody, and Cody ain't
Yes.
no big dude from WWE wrestling, no way. Like, yeah, man,
The Hunter
what I
honeymoon is
what I
over.
will
Keem is
say.
saying
Go ahead. Say it again.
The Hunter honeymoon is over.
So yeah, man, like it was very like they made Cody look shitty, but the thing is, Cody's gonna win this belt back off of him I think Cody's gonna win the belt back off him at like SummerSlam or some shit like that.
I don't know, man.
And
They didn't have to do it like this. Like this feels like
that's my point.
this is
That's my point.
generational
Like
execution.
their logic is, well, we gave him the visual pin during the ref bump, but it's like, bro,
Don't nobody care. Once
you ain't learned this lesson. You ain't learned this lesson from when you was doing this shit with the bloodline. No one gives a fuck about the visual pins. You just a loser.
Yep. Like
You just moving on to the next one after this.
Once you decide to bring Travis Scott out in the middle of your WrestleMania main event, all that is out the fucking window.
Right. Right.
You've chosen. Like, you've fundamentally chosen.
If they have the same exact match, go a little bit longer with action, minus the Travis Scott stuff, have the ref bump and all that kind of stuff, have the belt tussle, all that kind of stuff. I don't think this match gets nearly killed, but it's like, what the fuck does Travis Scott have to do with any of this?
Right.
It's a Deus Ex Machina. It's like, what we have. This is an issue. I understand the thing happened, but it's like, this match is happening between these two people. The ref gets knocked out. Travis Scott shows up. We didn't know he was even there. He shows up. He gets thrown out or whatever else. And then Cena wins. It's like, we don't know if we'll ever see Travis Scott in WWE ever again.
And for the rest of history,
Thanks.
whatever. The rest of history.
Thanks.
The last time John Cena competes at WrestleMania, like this shit's on video or whatever. So it's like,
yeah.
Huh? Like, I don't.
Right. John Cena winning 17 as a heel. With Travis Scott. Why? Who the fuck knows?
Yeah, it's like you fundamentally committed to doing bullshit. And it's like, there's no explanation
it's so
for
random.
this.
It's random and it's unearned.
Yeah. It feels like, it's like they have such a lust. They have such a lust. They just
throwing synergistic shit at the wall.
They have a lust for celebrity. They have a lust for Hollywood, like as far as wanting to be associated with whatever. But like, I don't know. Travis Scott's a big rapper, but like, he's not big.
When I heard when Travis Scott when Travis Scott came out, then I heard that Fiend or whatever else, I felt a lot like Michael Jordan. I felt like a hater of the hip hop community. I was about to say, what the fuck is Travis Scott doing here? You know what? I'm gonna pull out my Michael Jordan. Fuck rap. Like, get it out of here. Get it out of here. Look, at that point in time, as he was walking like he was goddamn Roman Reigns and Undertaker down to the ring, I felt like I wanted to go to the Def Jam Christmas party and start telling all them niggas I don't give a fuck about you cared about my basketball career. Fuck rap. I only came here to talk to Hov and Mariah Carey. I didn't come here to talk to you, Redman. I didn't come here to talk to you. I didn't come here to talk to you, Millionaire. Get it out of here.
Yeah, man. It was feeling like, West Texas rednecks. It was like, hey, man, we need to get this hip hoppity shit out of here.
No, man, for people in the chat, you don't get it. There's an old story about Michael Jordan went to a Def Jam Christmas party and he went there to talk to Jay-Z and Mariah Carey, and when every other rapper came up to him and talk about get an autograph or talk to him, whatever else, he told all of them niggas, fuck rap. That's the story. And when Travis Scott came out there, I felt like Michael Jordan at the exact moment. Fuck rap. Tell all them rappers, all them niggas, tell Noriega and all them, fuck rap. And he did that hand motion. Noriega recounted the story. He said that Michael Jordan did this. He said, fuck rap, and did this hand motion. Yes, all of that. Look, man, I'm sorry. I can't. I don't know what this nigga got to do with Cody Rhodes or John Cena. I mean, if you want to say they're part of that whole sex cult with The Rock, sure. Like, I have yet to see any more of this Quarter Owls, Illuminati, Hollywood sex cult shit.
How the fuck did you
eyes wide shut?
How the fuck did you sell Cody Rhodes on doing this? Like, if the option, I assume every option was presented to him, right? And they were like, you could turn heel or you could accept this. And he accepted this, and we thought it was smart in time because they were like, why would you give up the number one babyface position? What the fuck was the heel offer?
See, this is the thing, though, right? You forgot that Cody got a humiliation kink. This man, how many times we seen this man go out there and get whooped on his camera with a belt? or strap.
That man taking the
How many
strap.
times we seen it happen? How many times we seen it happen with The Rock in the last year and 3 months?
Bro.
He, he lives for this.
Bro, The Rock
He
pinned that
lives for this.
The
He
Rock
lives to be embarrassed.
The Rock pinned that man last year and never gave it back.
Right.
True worker.
Right. And ever since then, they was kissing and hugging on stage until Rock said, I want you to come to this. I want you to come into down into this bedroom with me, whatever else, so we can start the sex party. And Rock and Cody was like, nah, I ain't going that far with you, brother. Go fuck yourself.
Right.
And then he said, all right, well, I guess I'll go to the sex party with John Cena instead then.
Crazy, man.
Yeah. The world heavyweight champion is a nigga with a ball spot.
Insane. And he said he got the surgery or whatever, but like,
oh, he did?
No, that's what he said. Like on Magazine shit. But what do you make of this? The questions that linger between like Rock's involvement and Triple H.
Look, regardless of whatever is going on with how effective the bill was for WrestleMania or what it was it going to be? One thing is for sure, Rock is meddling in this shit and he's making it worse. Regardless of how good or bad it is, and it's bad, Rock is making it worse, not better.
Yeah,
he's making it better when he shows up, and then when when it's time to lay out programs, make it make sense in post after Rock, does his shit, it's bad. Like for example, I remember someone mentioned that like a lot of the best movie editors were women. And it was like because it's dudes pointing their cameras at stuff and shooting it, and then they got all this shit, right? They got all this shit, and then women they take it and they got to make it make sense in the edit, right? Like perfect example is like, or not. I'm not gonna get into that, but like it's one of those, right? And Triple H's job right now, when it comes to Rock just shooting shit, is he got to try to make it make sense. And Rock and Triple H got his own problems making the shit that he shot make sense. Now you got to worry about some shit that other people shoot make sense. It's a fucking disaster over there right now. And then it could be better if you just say, hey, well, regardless of what we do, we'll save it in the ring. They only doing that a third of the time between both of these cards.
Hey,
this the biggest wrestling show. This the biggest wrestling show of the year every single year. We only guaranteed to see one good night of wrestling. If that, this year we only got half a good night of wrestling.
Yes, spread over 2 nights.
Right.
So Adam BLA60 in the comments is saying, so there's no way in fuck I'm ever going to watch the 67-minute speech to verify this, but I'm being told Triple H did not mention The Rock in his Hall of Fame speech, which is kind of crazy when you think about it.
If you were Triple H right now after what he just did to my WrestleMania main event and what he did to Cody Rhodes, my top babyface, would you want to mention him in your fucking Hall of Fame speech?
I would not want to mention him.
If I did, it'd be nothing me cussing him out.
But it would be telling that he didn't either way now. So like
I agree.
Keem brings it up. Nick Khan is Dwayne's guy. He'll throw Hunter under the bus with quickness. Yes, because Hunter is not on the board. Rock is. So like Triple H just works there.
We're aware.
So like
we're aware.
What I want to know is like how like Vince has to be involved in this somehow. Like there has to be like some kind of like there's a third party here doing something like as far as now. Y'all see the triangle up there, right? This is One Nation Radio.
There's Ari Manuel or whatever else, and they don't care.
He don't care about this shit. Y'all see that triangle on the One Nation Radio logo? So we going into conspiracy zone here. So like, I feel like Vince is the one kind of between them, trying to make this hold this shit together or whatever, but ultimately like leaving them with room to do whatever. But I don't know, man. This doesn't look good, and quite frankly, fuck them. It don't deserve to look good. This promotion sucks. They demonstrated it throughout the week with that PR shit. No one should root for this company. They had so many wrestlers sidelined to whore themselves out for mainstream publicity and basically trying to big brother all these other promotions and stuff like that. And the bigger this entity gets and everything like that, the more it's going to add to whatever history it's already created, right? There's only so much we can do about it. But Bart Scott once said it: anybody can be beat. And boy, the time has come. Like, as far as like the wheels coming off this shit, they got to restart. They got to come up with all new things for these people to do that Triple H was gifted previously. Now let's see it. Let's see, the creativity. Let's see, moving it forward, like without, with the whole PR stunts that everything has been going on. So,
Rich, I hate it. I hate to tell you this, but you saying what they gonna do? And the answer is they'll just wait until the next AEW main eventer reaches free agency and then sign him in, and then they'll be the next Cody. They'll just keep that on a relay rule. Like, they ain't got. That's the reason why they ain't got to worry about NXT and developing new stars. They developmental is on Turner. So I get what you're saying, but that's what's gonna happen. They just gonna pluck the next guy, or not pluck. They gonna sign the next guy that's a big star, that's on big money deal, that's doing well in AEW. Once they get fed up with whatever AEW is doing, that's stuck in their craw, you know, or a collective of people from AEW. It might not even be AEW no more. It might be no elite wrestling, but whatever. We'll get to that when we'll get to that. We'll get to that when he gets to it. But that. Boy, I'm telling you, them Kenny Omega WrestleMania matches gonna hurt y'all souls. This shit gonna hurt y'all souls in 2027 or 2028 or whatever the fuck. So yeah, man,
that would suck. That would suck.
Yeah,
you know.
I'm done with this company. Like, all right, we'll see.
Disgusting.
They'll always have more moves. There's always more moves, Rich. There's always more moves.
That's why it's important to take the fight to these niggas. Like, just don't let them have it.
Take the fight to these niggas.
Take the fight to them. Like go out on Twitter. Look, because we know they be selling the shit on social media. Fuck the Fed. Like hell no. Like that shit. That shit is ass, bro. Like, this shit can't be like what's allowed. It can't be the way it was for 20 years or whatever. Nah, this is like it. Like, they drawing up the map right now. It's like, what side you want, who you with, like Lil Johnson, who you with. Like, you want to have Travis Scott interrupting your biggest match of the year and shit like that? Is this the vision you see for yourself, or do you want to come to where the best wrestle? You want to go to Shinohan Pro Wrestling? You want CMLL to retain its history and shit like that? Do you want Stardom to continue and not get fucking bought out and made a tab on Peacock? Hell no, man. This is corporate overlordry. It's a word that I'm making up or whatever. Like, and the thing is, with Vince, at least it was pro wrestling, right? Even though he didn't want to call it pro wrestling and all this other shit, right? Like, it was made from pro wrestling sensibilities or whatever, pro wrestling history, right? This is TKO. This is some other shit. This is a corporation. They don't give a fuck about the wrestlers. They don't give a fuck about the fans. All they care about is $1. Like, and how to maximize it, how to make it. There's no feeling behind this. There's no soul behind this. This is bullshit, pretty much. So I think
I get what you're saying, but there was no soul behind WrestleMania 35 either. So
agree. Or at least it was a human. And it went that way. Like, this is a cold corporation. And